I think most market men believe that the annual order inflow for BEL could move up dramatically over the course of the next 3 years. But to talk about all that and more, we have with us a very special guest today. In fact, a management that I think is probably worthy of getting a discussion for in the long format. But MV Gowtama, he's the CMD of BEL, joins in right now to speak about his thoughts on the company and the outlook ahead. Great having you, sir. Thank you so much for joining in. You know, foreign brokerage is indicating that the annual order inflow for BEL will be close to 13,500 crores per year for the next 3 years. What is the current run rate, and do you think this run rate is possible?
Optimistically, certainly this type of order inflow should happen. It all depends on the end users and the budgeting from the government. So majority of our orders are from government sector only. Okay, we sell very little in the private domain. So the government is the end customer, and the policies of government, budgeting of government, and the priority needs of the end customers, the three forces. So 85% we are doing for defense only, and hence their requirements are going to matter a lot. So most of the defense projects in India, as you are aware, that for certainty we will not be able to predict, because these are all high-tech and custom-built systems for the users. So depending upon a external situation change, the requirement may change. A new tactic employed by the enemy may require a change the way in which the equipment is perceived by the user, and hence our order acquisition may not happen the way in which we predict. But considering the present work culture we have seen with the new government in place, the decision making has really improved, and the decision making is made much faster now, and hence we expect the order flows will be quite better than what it used to be earlier. And also there is a big push for Make in India programs for the domestic industries. So it is not just BEL alone. Any industry which has got products and services with them, the government certainly will be encouraging.
Right. You've also mentioned some new areas that you're working on, like smart city projects, for instance. Tell us a little bit more about this.
You see, we are not only in defense, we are expanding to the homeland security and smart city business also. So the components of homeland security and smart city also are growing up. Good amount of budgeting is being done by government. You are aware already that the 100 cities are already been listed, and budgeting has been made for that. So we know that these things for sure will happen, and our portion of the work, we are participating in some of the tenders with collaborators, and certainly we are hopeful that we will make a big breakthrough.
Analysts are projecting 15% revenue growth over the next couple of years. What are you penciling in?
We have a couple of very big ticket programs. Last time also we have indicated that we have taken up the command control system for the Indian Air Force, IACCS. So IACCS is at a nascent stage this year. So the revenue growth of that at this point of time may be little lower, and hence we will not be able to say that we are even aiming at a much higher percentage of possibility. We know that how much we can aim for this year. So coming years, certainly 12 to 15% must be the growth rate. The industry will be growing at that rate, because this government is committed to reverse the trend of huge imports in defense. So they are looking for large amount of indigenization. So in last 4 years, I will not give the credit only to this government. Even the decision of going for indigenization started during UPA rule also. So in last 4 years, if you see, the imports percentage was brought down by a significant percentage. It is about 65% import now, what it used to be 70 plus. So that changing the trend and giving confidence to the Indian industry that we can grow bigger is one of the trigger point what is required for growth in the industry. So today industry, forget about BEL, even the private industry is quite confident and quite assured of their growth in defense business. So everybody is eyeing for it. So when everybody is eyeing for it, I can tell you the market is going to grow for the Indian defense. And how much percentage BEL can grow, it all depends on, most of the programs nowadays are on competitive tendering.
Right. Mr. Gowtama, what's the current order book and in how many projects is the company the lowest bidder? What execution visibility does it lend then to you?
Yeah, current order book, we are near to 35,000 crores. The backlog orders as on date is little lower than 35,000 crores.
Okay. You're also a front runner in several large opportunities such as battlefield management systems, tactical communication systems. Where do we stand on these at the current juncture?
The two big programs are tactical communication system and battlefield management system. Both these programs are taken up by Army under Make in India route. And initially, a test bed has to be delivered in both the programs by two competing industries. For tactical communication system, BEL is competing alone against a consortium of Tata, L&T and HCL. In case of battlefield management system, BEL in collaboration with Rolta is competing against Tata and L&T consortium. In case of TCS, the initial test bed is going to be about 1,000 crores outlay for each of the design agency. So the initial requirement from the user will be a program of about 2,000 crores, 1,000 crores each to each of us. This 1,000 crores is the government contribution, which is about 80% of the program, and the remaining 20% BEL is going to put, same way Tata, L&T, HCL consortium is going to put up. The final, this test bed is required to be delivered in about 48 months of time, and it will be evaluated. Now, after 4 years, if both of us clear, the government can decide of splitting the final order in some proportion to both the agencies by the time if the DPP amendments take place. But as per the present procedure, the final order will be given to the L1 of the two. Okay, so that requirement for Army is going to be anywhere between 12 to 15,000 crores.
Right. Okay. Has there been any indication from the government of selling stake in the company, as a similar move has been announced in other PSUs like BEML, for example?
Yes, government is ready to disinvest another 5% of BEL, and already they have asked SBI Investments to conduct a couple of road shows. Last month, there was a road show conducted in UK in this regard, in London. Okay, so government is keen in another 5% disinvestment of BEL. So once they will be issuing a bid for this with a band price, and if offers come suiting their expected price, certainly this disinvestment will happen.
Okay. Mr. Gowtama, the street likes your strong return ratios. ROE is greater than 20%, ROCE of 15%. Going by your strategy and vision, what milestone are you working towards?
I don't look at the business in terms of return ratios. We are running the organization as per the expectations of the government of India, as well as the expectations of our customers. We are working in the two domains you can call a strategic domain and a tactical domain. Okay, so some of these strategic domain requirements are given to us, which we are expected to meet, irrespective of the return expected out of the investments what we made in that. In the tactical domain requirements, the user may be going for a quick acquisition through a competitive bid. So we need to be quite competitive in winning those tenders. So there are many tenders which you are aware, large value tenders, the ASCON Phase 4 and type of things, where we are competing and we have a cutthroat competition from many industries. So, and hence, even the business in homeland security or smart cities, the profitability will be in single digits. I don't expect today the companies can even aim for double-digit profit in those areas. The competition is so high in the country. There are many industries which have acquired the knowledge base or competency who are ready to jump up and do a big turnover. So there are some businesses of that nature where the top lines, while they are assured, the bottom line may not grow the way in which we feel like. So we are in a business which is quite competitive, and hence my role is to ensure that we meet the expectations of all stakeholders and with a comfortable returns. So I do not want to put a target because you can put a target and do some other business to get that. Okay, so we are not doing business just for getting returns.
All right, Mr. Gowtama, thank you so much for taking the time out and giving us all of those thoughts.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.